Welcome to See You in Brookhaven, the Brookhaven podcast exclusively on Play All Day Extra, where we talk all things Brookhaven. And some big Brookhaven news came out today, so let's talk about it. How do we feel about Wolfpaq selling Brookhaven? I feel weird about it. I do. It's absolutely the end of an era, the Wolfpaq era, and we've been in that era for the whole ride. So I have to say I'm nervous about what this means for Brookhaven. But first, this is wild, but it's 100% true. You can ask Pop and Hop too. I told them first thing this morning before the news came out. Last night I had a dream that Brookhaven updated and the entire town was gone. It was just all roller coasters. And I was running around the game looking for some sort of button because, Brookhaven loves buttons, hoping I could change the town back as if it were some sort of changeable building. So yeah, that was my dream last night. It's kind of crazy. I would dream something about Brookhaven changing the night before we found out Brookhaven is changing, at least changing hands. I don't love change. I know it can be good sometimes, but sometimes it just feels icky. And I realize to casual players, this is not anything. So if that's you, you don't even have to listen to this podcast. But for those of us who have really invested time, years in our case, in Brookhaven, this is a thing. And I'm not going to be talking about the people buying the game. To be fair, I don't know anything really about the new developers, so I can't predict what they will or won't do. But here's my concern about it. All this time, Brookhaven's been the top visited game in Roblox. By far, for years and years, Brookhaven's been on top. Even when other games have popped up, Brookhaven has consistently stayed on top. So what is it about Brookhaven that's kept it so popular? For me, Brookhaven is definitely special and unique compared to other role play games because it's always felt somehow more personal, like a very personalized gaming experience. I mean, yes, we've spent an enormous amount of time in the game over the years, but even when we very first started, it immediately felt comfortable and familiar in a way other games didn't. And I absolutely credit Wolfpaq with creating that vibe and maintaining it over the years. I think that's what's kept players loyal and made new players feel welcome. It's just all around been exactly what it needed to be. If you don't know our backstory, go back and watch the first couple podcast episodes. There's always been a feeling that Wolfpaq listens and has a vested interest in how players feel about the game, how they play the game, as it's Wolfpaq's creation and vision. So there was always an element of it feeling personal. Also, since Wolfpaq created not just the game, but this world of Brookhaven, you could feel that. It's very symbolic to think Wolfpaq built the buildings, the town, whole community, and now what will become of it? So yeah, I'm nervous that things will change. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Maybe it will be for the better, maybe not. I have no idea. All we can do is be optimistic, but it is a little sad, I must say, the end of the Wolfpaq era. And I think maybe that completely throws my 2025 predictions straight in the garbage. I don't know. Will the new people add roleplay sets? Do they understand the significance of Club Brooks and all the other places we fought to get back? But you know what? This might explain why we finally got Burger Barn back. It wasn't just a Christmas present. It was a goodbye present. We'll never really know, but maybe. I'm sure this whole thing has been in the works for a while. It was a big decision for Wolfpaq to make, absolutely. I don't love it, but I get it. It just makes me nervous not knowing what to expect, but it'll be interesting for all of us. This whole little community we've created, which honestly we owe all to Brookhaven. Without Brookhaven, none of us would know each other. We know people literally all over the world now, brought together by our shared interest in Brookhaven. And that's crazy to think about. So now I guess all of us, our whole little community, can just join hands virtually, of course, and kind of hold our breath and see what happens. So, yeah, there you have it. I feel weird. I mean, life goes on. It's not a huge thing. We'll keep things in perspective, but Brookhaven has been such a big part of our lives for almost 5 years now. We do feel almost part of it in some way. All of us who have played for so long, I'm sure, feel that way. And now we have strangers moving in and taking over. Are they good strangers or bad strangers? Have they played the game before? Are they invested in it? Do they care about it like we do? Which Brookhaven political party are they? We don't know. And that, by the way, is another podcast topic for another day, our Brookhaven mayor election. We'll talk about that soon. It's on the list. All right, so I guess there's nothing more to say. I hope Brookhaven doesn't change. I hope it always feels the same, but we shall see, and I will see you in Brookhaven.